fills his pipe again and sort of offers it to Krek and Kithri. Do either of you smoke? I know Amanda doesn't, saving her voice and all.
I'm good, but thank you.
She kind of
Dad.
sighs. Smoke is a bit of a dead giveaway when you're trying to move about places more quietly.
So tell me more about this drow. What and he goes through this different litany of the different clerics and the assassins and the fighters. He's asked you a lot of questions about the females because drow are matriarchal society, so he's trying to figure out who the leader was, which female was in the lead, that type of thing. When you mention the abyssal stalkers, he nods knowingly about those. Also, the beastmasters who had the rats. So,
Guess we can tell him the greasy paper that they found, the fat paper. That maybe
Oh yeah, you
help us
kept
figure
that.
out who it was. I don't know if that he's interested in that at all.
so he just looks at it briefly. Um, it's let me see. Here's this.
Dun dun. Dun 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 dun.
When you've got a +9 to insight and you're still worried about your roll.
So this is something that he's clearly seen before. He's not surprised at this. He just sort of looks at it, recognizes what it is, and hands it back to you. Um, he has much better memory than I do. Give me just a second. It was identified in your inventory, correct?
Ashley?
I'm sorry, can you say that again?
The paper, was it identified in your, has it been
It's
identified in
the
your thing?
I think so. I rolled very good for my investigation or arcana check, but yeah, it's the collect paper. I'm gonna stop trying.
It's the crack paper.
I was calling it the fat paper and the greasy paper because it's got dwarf fat in it, which is kind of gross.
Ew, yucky.
All right, and where is it in your? I don't see it in your bag of holding.
Apparently, it's being carried. I'm very bad at organizing my inventory. I'm sorry.
Knife, lantern. Oh, drow collect paper. Thank you. Okay.
Mhm.
Kithri is standing still while God rummages through her backpack.
Yes. Um, yeah, so he looks at it again. Let me show stream.
Oh boy.
What the hell? The stuff you have has not been used yet. But he looks at it and says, yes, this is what they use in the Underdark. There are no trees to speak of. And it's either this or that disgusting mess they make from the large mushrooms and fungus that grows down there. This is much more durable and it's very hard to destroy. So it's used for contracts and such. Not surprised that they would have this on them. Luckily, it is, or perhaps unluckily, it's blank, so we don't know what they were doing or why they were here. does concern me that they would come in such a large force. It's clear that they were bringing them back for slavery, perhaps to be sold in Montezarin or used in the closest town. I wasn't aware that there was a passage to the Underdark nearby.
Yeah, Dad, do you remember there being a cave across the river there? 'Cause I don't remember there being one and Mom doesn't.
Just beyond the bridge where the trolls live?
Yeah, past that way, past that tree there.
No, I don't know of any passages. There's the old abandoned mine, but that's several days travel beyond the jade mine. But no, this is something that needs to be taken care of. I'll have to go and try to take some of the sage hands. He's sort of not talking to you. He's more talking to himself as he's gathering up his the little kindling he used to light his pipe and his tobacco and such. And I think I'll take Frederick and Leonard. Perhaps we can go and find some things. How long did you say you were staying?
If it's alright, we'd just like to stay the night.
Oh, well, of course, of course. And he's back with you guys again. Of course, I'm sure your mother would appreciate the company, and it'd be great to see you again. Um, uh, Perhaps you can even play for us.
Are you leaving now?
I was okay.
We can. No, I'll probably be leaving in the morning.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
You're welcome.
Mm.
Make yourselves comfortable, and we will speak at dinner. And he walks out, and you hear him heading toward the workshop. All right.
Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry.
Not a problem, Bobby. All right. So, anything else you guys want to do? We will fast forward to sunset. Your mom, sister come home. Your mom and dad are talking. They go in another room, and you hear them talking quite a bit. As your mom and as the servants start making dinner. It's not really servants, but the people that live there. Your mom usually is involved, but tonight she's not. Was there anything else anybody wanted to do that night before I give you guys finally a long rest?
God, it feels like weeks since the last time we slept.
I mean, for us, it literally has been.
Yeah. I'm good with my stuff in town.
I don't have anything in particular I wanted to do.
Yeah, neither do I.
Okay. All right. So, especially Tusk and Callist, if you want to check your inventory, see if there's any mundane items you guys wanted to pick up or replace. I don't know how you guys are doing on arrows. Tusk, you don't use arrows anyway, but anything else you wanted to do. And let me push you a long rest. Long rest.
Okay.
All right, so the next morning comes, and you guys head out, Tusk and Callist. You have an uneventful night in the inn. And if you're so inclined, you can even see a map. It's one of the few maps I made in Campaign Cartographer 3.
Cool.
I
You
don't
wanna show
believe
us,
that
we can
image
say it.
is shared with all of us. When I clicked on it, it didn't open.
Ooh.
It is black oak,
Hmm. Yeah.
black. Interesting. Give me
Yeah, I'm
just a
also
second.
having a little trouble with opening it up in the link.
Black oak upper.
Excuse me.
Nice.
There we go. Now the link works. All right. Anyway, that was where you guys were. This was actually, I believe it was your second fight ever. You had fought the bears
Mhm.
on the, or didn't fight them actually. You saw them and
Yeah.
chose not to fight them. And then you were
Yep.
here, and some giant centipedes were released into the room with you guys.
Yep. I remember that. Now that you
Wait.
mention it. Way back when, it was
What?
only me
Wait.
that was like, so way back before any of you guys were a part of the campaign, we came here first. Because all of you guys joined after the Jasper Moon adventure. Most of you, yeah, joined after the Jasper Moon adventure and joined in the swamp when we went to the Wood of Sharp Teeth. But before that, we were here and dealing with the evil brother Raken, who wanted us dead. Or something along those lines. But yeah,
Like
no, I remember
Jansen or something?
that. Yes.
Jensen. Yeah, and so I had made that quick map because I only need to worry about that one room where they were staying, the
Yeah.
common room. Anyway, so that's where you guys slept tonight. Except you were not in the common room. You had your own. You had one of the lower rooms, and you guys leave in the morning and head out to the orchard.
Yep. I pick up some Jasper Moon rations before heading out. So I some bacon and jerky from the butcher before leaving. And I'll say bye to Dane if he's there.
All right, and you see that he has a sling, sort of like a bandolier, wrapped across his slanty, across his from his shoulder down to around his other armpit. You see he has one around his waist like a belt. You see he's even got
no.
one wrapped around his ankle.
Child. Okay, there's not there, child.
And he and his dad, I don't know why I can't remember his name. Ryobard gives you the jerky for free, and you guys head out.
Thank him again and wish him well. And yeah.
Cashman does what? What? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you guys get to
Mhm.
Genesis and Catherine and Craig. You guys wake up and have a nice breakfast. Were you talking about not the party finding Jen hanging from his snare?
Oh, you were talking about the back when before the rest of us joined, and that's how y'all came across Jen. She was just hanging upside down from a snare.
Yep, I do remember that. We found Jen in a trap and Kithri in a lair. And Cromwell
I
later joined us while we were on an island
think
to
it's
later be replaced by Craig.
Genesis also found trapped in the Necromancer's lair. I didn't know that.
No, Kiswick was found in the trapped in Necromancer's lair. We
Yeah.
found Jen before that, like right before that.
She got trapped by the
Thought you-
orcs, by the orc tribe.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Ah, good times, good times. She never wants to be hung upside down for that long ever again.
Yes.
Furley Orchard, there it is. All right.
Yeah. So, yeah, we joined them and are ready to head out as soon as they're ready to leave.
Connect.
Furley Orchard.
Hmm?
All right, so it comes to you, Callist, as you are then now starting to lead them. Let me go ahead and pull up the map for you guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tried to ask you questions, man, but as soon as I did, my phone and my computer both cut out.
Oh no.
All right, what's the question, man?
Yeah. If I remember correctly, in the original campaign, I was playing this character, and didn't I have to kill some giant centipedes in someone's basement?
Yes, it was your parents' basement, yes.
Yes.
Darn
Yeah.
those centipedes.
The Sword Coast is crazy with them. They're all over the place, and they multiply like
Like bunnies?
centipedes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I just remembered. Like we have that weird glowing stuff from that made the bugs giant.
Oh, the
Yep, I've still got
engines.
that.
Talking about
Mhm.
centipedes reminded me of like, oh yeah, we fought like massive centipedes.
Yeah.
Sven and his giant centipedes, am I right?
Yeah. Tusk would actually probably mention during the night, I'd like, oh yeah, first time stayed here, got attacked by giant centipedes. And probably swap stories with Callist over that.
Yes, and Nashkel has more centipedes than rats.
Hmm.
They're more
Oh,
of a
because the
nuisance
rats
than
get
rats.
eaten by centipedes.
Oofta.
Exactly.
Oh, whoa,
All right.
that was lightning's affecting my camera.
Oh. No.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to talk to your mom and the Genesis, and you're able to do that. Did you want to tell them about that?
Nah, she just waited until it came up.
Okay. Got this big sack over your shoulder as you're walking out.
Well, like, I've got a bag of holding. I'm sure she'd probably put it in.
It's not the same if you put things in bag of holding. It's like using a microwave, reheating things in a microwave. It just doesn't taste the same.
Yeah, but it'll be
Yeah.
cold by the time we get around to it.
Okay. What the hell was I doing? Oh, calendar. All right. All right, stream. Here we go. Magic in the making. Let's go ahead and switch up to the. I don't know why it has me on. Here we go. It's Saturday. All right, so you just after lunch, about another half an hour or so after you start back up, you head to the south and start going up into the mountains. Oh, the wrong time. Draw. There we go. And so as you're starting to travel up, I need a roll from Callus. Give me a minute.
All right, let me
At advantage.
check.
If he needs any help with tracking and such, Tusk will offer his assistance.
Oh, I need Callus.
While
There it is.
Callus is leading doesn't mean that's
Oh, I gotta get my character back. Oh,
And since Dad just said it was past lunch, what Jen did, she got like sandwiches, like a better lunch than normal rations for the group.
okay.
So at lunchtime, that's what she pulled out.
That's right, and you and Kithri know each other so well you finish each other's.
Sandwiches.
yeah.
All right, did you get the roll that popped up, Bobby?
Yep. Clicking it.
If that actually is what I think it is.
Nice. Okay.
Yes, nice.
Nice.
All right, so you guys make very good time. And you head up through some pretty steep climbs and around, and it's actually starting to get warmer, and you start smelling. It's not really a smell as much of a burning in your nostrils, and it's sulfurish. Tusk and Kithri and Genesis, I believe all three of you have been in the participated in the demon hunts, didn't you?
Actually, I still have a contract for that.
I know Tusk and Jen have.
Yeah, I still have that in my inventory. The devil contract.
So it reminds you a little of that, sort of like a sulfurish smell, lava, magma, that type of thing. And you come down around these through these tall, I guess, chasm. Basically, you're walking through, and the mountains go on up on either side, and even close up above you at times as you're walking through the rocks. And you come out, and you see in front of you this almost like this plain, and you see this castle with these towers that go above you, and it's surrounded by lava. While I'm waiting for Fantasy Ground to catch up.
You think this is the place? I was expecting more of a tower than a castle. Gallus, you know?
Yes, this is the place.
I know.
Yep.
It is exactly
Tassa's
where you were
asking
told
if
it
this
would
is
be.
the place. Or if you know if this is the place or not.
Yeah, I'm waiting for Fantasy Ground to catch up. Sorry, guys.
I'm gonna say no. No, I don't think this is the place.
And I know that Crack also knew more about this than we did.
Do you know more, or was he just interested?
I'm now doubting my memory.
I thought I was just interested because it's supposed to be like a magic tower.
The hell is that?
It could be that. I don't remember.
Oh, my stream eyes.
Wait a minute. I'm looking around. I say, wait a minute. This is the place.
All right.
20.
I was wrong.
10,
This is the place.
20, 30, 40,
All right.
50, 60. Looks to be about between 60 and 80 feet wide. As you're looking at it, there are several towers that reach up 2 or 3 stories high, and you see that it goes back, and there's also another little smaller island within this magma. Cliffs, tower surround this whole thing. It's like sort of like a hidden enclosure within, surrounded on all sides, 3 sides by mountains, and then where you walked in, like I said, it's sort of like a cleft in the rock. So this is as sort of almost like a volcanic feel to it, except for this clearly created city in front of you. Let me give you guys a map.
Map.
Nice. All right, so go ahead and put yourselves where you want to be in front of the in front of the bridge. You're actually not there yet, but let me know the order that you want to be in.
All right.
I'm getting something to drink, Sven. I'll be right back.
It may take a moment
To
for it
my
to
room.
load. Okay.
Tried to move something on my screen and Fantasy Grounds was like, nope. And my computer's
Mhm.
just sitting over here like it's struggling. Give it a minute. Because
Yeah,
my
it takes a
computer's
second.
fine.
It takes a moment. With all the crap I did to this map.
Yeah.
You're also zoomed
No.
in, so if you want to zoom out once it does load, I mean, I'm sitting right here next to my instance, and it's taking a minute. So
The
there it
map
goes.
hasn't showed up for
Mine
me
just
yet.
popped in.
Mine loaded
Mhm.
like pretty much instantly.
Nice.
We have the good computers, Logan.
I mean, this
Mine's loading.
computer's running Windows Vista and it still did fine, so, I mean.
There we go. There we go.
All right, let me check something real quick. Last site.
I do like that background though. Like
Ooh.
how, like, it moves.
It's smoke and vapor and stuff. 1 second, let me. All right, so like I said, it's unlocked now. Movie cells in front of the bridge. You can zoom out if you want. We'll go ahead and leave it for now. But let me find the story and stuff,
That's it.
the details that I wrote. Burning Keat, baby. There it is. There we go. Oh, I have another picture, an actual image.
No, there it goes. The big image. Let's bring that down a little bit.
So this isn't exactly it, but it's pretty darn close. If you just, instead of the sky, if you see, picture mountains surrounding it, that's what it looks like.
It looks like
Personally,
a
I'm
necromancer.
kind of imagining the castle from Shrek, surrounded by lava, protected by a
That's
dragon
right.
that Fiona is in. But that's actually a pretty cool picture. That's really cool. All right.
All right, so there's most of what you see is stone. There's a it's clear it's obviously 10 foot wide, and it leads in. These, by the way, the grid. There is a grid sometimes. If you zoom in, you can see the real grid. The drawn grid is 10-foot squares. So the inside and on the bridge itself, for example, those are 10-foot squares. I just made my grid a little bit lighter so it's not as oppressive to the eye. Anyway,
Alright.
there are 2 iron portcullises, so those black dots. I didn't block them off for line of sight, so you can sort of see way ahead of you into the courtyard, but there are portcullises there blocking the way. And all right, so I'm going to go ahead and move you back. Let me check my line of sight. I think I cut you off. And by the way, the only thing that's worth zooming in on is the magma, but it's pretty cool if you zoom in on the lava. Both, and it's actually 2 different lavas, one that underneath the bridge and one on the outside. They're both pretty cool.
I would think they're pretty hot, but okay.
Nice.
Your little cloud effect even affects the bridge if you zoom in on it enough.
Oh, cool.
Not me seeing the texture and thinking it looks like pizza. Like lightly burnt pizza, you know?
Delicious.
Nice.
I think it looks pretty cool.
It does look cool, but my brain jumped to pizza.
And honestly, with the mist going over it, it almost looks like it's moving. Well, that's probably just the mist going over him. Tricks playing on my eyes. I don't know. It looks really cool.
Awesome.
Just to
Glad
say,
you guys like it.
you did good.
Lava really hurts.
I will say that. Dang it! Hold on. My map is doing weird things. I will say this map was originally black and white. So
Good job, Mr. John.
You did good.
That's really cool.
I had to close it. Hopefully it won't take 5 minutes for it to load. Anyway, so you guys are. How are you? So right now, this is what you see. You saw the image as well, the picture. You're not where you are on the map, so ignore that for now. You are about 80 feet away, just coming out of the big cleft in the rock. You're on the red part of the brown part of the map. It's mostly just dirt, dry dirt. There's nothing growing here. And the sun barely reaches down. You would guess the sun might be directly overhead for about an hour, hour and a half. Most of the time, it's just shining on either side of the walls around you. So there's no vegetation here. It's much too hot, and the fumes and everything else. How and what are you doing as you approach?
Go see who's home. Unless you guys have anything else you want to do, I'm gonna just walk towards the front gate and try to open it. Like Tuss is actually letting you guys know that he's not just doing; he's telling you guys that, hey, I'm gonna go do this. Let's go knock.
Love that teamwork. I think, like, as soon as it comes into view, Jen kind of, like, slows down a bit just to, like, I don't know, like, take it all in and kind of, like, mumble something under her breath.
And so, as you're studying it, to give you a little bit more clarification, majority of this, again, I don't know if you've zoomed out, but if you zoom out, you can see Actually, you can't see much. Okay, that's fine. So this main building that you're looking at is 2-story. And then this section right here, let me point it. So that is a tower that extends up 2 more floors. So it's a total of nope, 30 feet. So it's up, it goes up 30 feet, give or take. And then there is a back section that you can just barely make out, that also goes up. It just has these spires sticking up. And then there's a separate building just to the rear. In this case, as the map is oriented to the east, is a second building, and that also has a single tower that goes up about 30 feet. And unlike the picture, these particular towers don't have the points on them. They are flattened. So there are, and you can see there are crenellations, and sometimes arrow slits, depending on what level of the tower you're in.
All
This
right.
is clearly a military type defending tower, not some lord's summer home.
You think maybe we should find a less direct way in?
I mean, would you like to? We aren't even sure if anyone's here. I mean, honestly, with our luck, someone's probably here. But honestly, I don't know if you guys would like to try and look for another way in. That's all right with me. But my vote is the front door is best door.
As Ashley, I'm thinking, yes, go through the front door. Fortune favors the bold, and that is a reference. But as Kithri, she's probably like already starting to like kind of glance around and see if there are any other easy access points that they could get to. But with a lava boat, she's not really holding out much hope.
With
So you can, if you want to move along this section of the land to the west, you can go up and down if you want. If you want, try looking around and seeing what you can see.
you mean like that, Sven? If I move my character on the map.
Yes.
All right.
Build home.
So that will expose a bit more of the map to you as you do that.
All right.
So there is a building jutting out there. So you can see, and then all of a sudden it juts out to the edge of the lava to the south.
No one here happens to be have any special defenses against, oh, I don't know, flowing magma. Would
I
they?
did pick up that fire potion and that mage's thing, but I think other than that.
And that red thing, the red splotch, I don't know how zoomed out you are, but way over to the east, it's these rocks jutting up out of the lava.
See that now? Well, yes, I do have that potion of fire breathing, but that would let someone breathe fire, as far as I'm aware. Here, let's also look at the other side.
Yeah, Jen has 2 potions of fire resistance.
Oh, you do have that.
But like maybe don't jump in the magma.
And there's no real
Seems like
way to do the line of sight exactly right without exposing stuff. So what you're seeing as you're walking
Excuse me.
are these arrow slits. So you can see glimpses inside of the lower floors through these large arrow slits. And since you and all right, Callus, are you staying? You're pretty much just walking toward the
I'm
middle, and
Yeah.
while everybody else is walking either way. All right, so give me a minute.
See,
All right, and so
well,
hold on.
Oh.
All right, so Tusk and Kithri, go ahead and put yourselves back up to the north a bit.
There.
Yep, that's good. Kithri, go
Okay.
with him. And
Yeah.
give me some rolls. 1 second.
All right. Tusk will kind of be like commenting to Kithri as we're walking. He's like, "Yeah, I don't think there's really another way in besides the front door."
She kind of just shrugs and says, "Can't be helped."
Yeah. Unless you want to try scaling the outside after
No,
jumping
good.
the.
Nope. I'm all right. Did I
well on
trigger?
these.
All right, so it helps if I can see my chat. Just a DM tip for everybody out there. All right, so Kithri, you're very fascinated by this magma, and there are little puffs of flame that come up every once in a while, and it's very fascinating to you.
If I rolled a 1, I get to roll it again.
No, it wasn't quite that bad. No.
Alright.
It was a 2.
Somehow worse. Oofta.
Genesis, you do see movement within
Me?
Genesis. Sees
Oh,
movement within the southern, basically directly east of you. You see some movement in that room. And then you also see this, you hear this little, like something is rolling, sort of like a cart. It takes you a second
Oh no.
to think, what in the world
Nope,
is this?
nope. That.
And then you hear everybody hears this big thwang, and this bolt comes flying from the top of the tower toward Tusk. It looks to be about 2.5, 3 feet long. Wooden bolt comes flying toward him.
A
Okay,
ballista.
he's a
Okay.
barbarian. He can see this threat, guys.
And all of a sudden, Genesis, you're looking around and you see this bolt coming toward him. You open your mouth to warn him, and your axe alarm goes off
Of course.
as you see this thing come flying towards you. So what I'm going to do is, you have, don't you have danger? Oh, you do have danger sense. I was like
I have
trying to
danger sense.
looking
I
at
have
it in your.
advantage on deck save.
I was looking at it for it way at the beginning, and it's actually at the very end. Anyway, so you do have danger sense. You also have an axe that alerts you, and it's not like you're taking a Sunday stroll. You are on alert. And this thing is a giant freaking thing. It's not like somebody shooting an arrow at you. So I'm going to say they had disadvantage.
Okay. Yeah.
And Kithri, you also, as you hear his axe, you look up and you see this giant thing coming almost towards you, and you realize, do a quick mental calculation, realize, oh, good, it's aimed at Tusk.
Yeah.
I'm too small of a target.
Oofta. That just hits.
Oh no.
Ballista.
Don't give the.
Oh, you're not raging, so you're gonna take full
And
damage.
Calist, oof.
Oofta.
Jeez, dead.
Calist, you see that this portcullis
Oh.
was down about 3 feet, and you actually see it slowly raises up and goes up into the ceiling. You do see a second one down. It's a 15-foot high archway, and now the portcullis is going up into the top, and the second one is down about 5 feet. So there's a 10-foot opening below in front of you. And everybody, give me initiative.
All right.
Don't mind me just
Click,
trying to find my
click,
my character page.
click.
What it's called. It's not embarrassing at all. Did that
Mine.
not roll?
My initiative roll is the same as the amount of damage Tusk just took.
Yeah. 10, 10, 2. That's a good roll
Do I
on the
need to-
damage that I took. I'm like kind of imagining it as it's coming, like look up, I see it, I try to get away, out of the way, not quite enough, and it's manages to take like a good chunk out of my side or something.
I can't roll initiative apparently. Oh, there it goes.
And it slams into the ground behind you. This deep, furrow into the ground. As dust and dirt goes flying up, splatters Kithri.
Wait, can I use the inspiration to roll that again? Oh, I can.
So it's going to re-roll at the end of the round, but absolutely, if you wanted to use your inspiration, you can do it. Oh, wait a minute. You rolled intelligence anyway, an intelligence save.
Did I?
So you want in it. It's right in the middle, so you get to re-roll. On your main page, the in it.
I don't think that looked right.
It's next to your AC and your
I see
speed.
it. Roll 3 plus 8.
I
Not
mean,
it-
it's
not
better.
much
Technically, it's better. Unfortunately.
All right, so let me do this. I would presume that since Krek has joined the party, and he's also very inquisitive, you have told him either Test Tusk or Genesis, probably not Kithri as much, has told him of your adventures in the Underdark, when you guys were taken down to fight the demons and the devils. Would
Yep.
that be correct?
I figure it would
Probably.
come up in conversation, or like a story told around the campfire, that kind of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, Tusk would even like show him the contract if he was interested, because he would mention that we still have that.
Jen warns him not to pick up the paper.
That's right. He may
Yeah.
want to. You never know. All right, so
Yeah, we'll make him aware. Mm-hmm. We'll do the same to Callus, so I don't know if it's been long enough for that to actually have come up, because it doesn't always come up.
I don't know, maybe we saw the magma and brought it up.
True. or we're thinking of doing it at least. Good story for after the fact.
We
So
start bringing
Yeah.
up the story, and then suddenly just gets shot.
we're talking here.
Excuse you?
Can you give us a minute?
I'm
Like when the
working on
teacher
it.
gets mad at you for talking in the middle of the class, but she just interrupted your conversation.
Okay. So Genesis, it is your turn. The reason I ask is because you would know what one of these lovely people
Well,
are. So
Oh, I see some. I actually do see somebody in there. That's cool.
actually, this is going to be interesting.
So right
So,
now, I'm sorry to interrupt. I
no,
don't
keep
know
going.
I do it a lot, and I'm trying to get better at this, by the way, because I have mentioned it to a couple of my other players the other night that I have a tendency to ask a question and then immediately go into an explanation of something else. So
Hmm.
I am aware of that I do this, and I'm trying to be better at it. But I did want to say, for now, I'm going to leave it the way it is, but I'm trusting that you guys will role play because, for example, Genesis is the only one who sees that. If she mentions it, Craig might be able to see it, but nobody
I
else
see it on
sees
my
it.
map.
Right, everybody can see it on the map, but your characters can't. Um, because the way
See anything on the map.
what I'm doing it
Like,
right now is for the stream. I have it set to where whatever any of the party sees, the stream can see.
Ah.
Understandable.
okay, but it looks like with my line of sight, I can still see it.
I
Right.
think what Sven is saying is that it's in your vision, but you haven't like noticed it.
Oh,
And that's
Like
a
they
minor
say.
detail, but things like Callist would have no idea it's there. He just saw this bolt. Everybody at least heard it hit the ground if they didn't see it actually flying through the air. And Tusk and Kithri, of course, would have no idea where this thing is. And by the way, the
Cool,
bolt
cool.
came from the top of the tower that's directly in front of you, Tusk. All right, I'm done. Genesis, go.
Okay.
Reach up.
Sorry, I'm over here. I think Jen's about to point out the what she sees through the window when there's just like an explosion over where Tusk is. Maybe a bit of the red rock and some of his blood goes flying through the air, and she's not quite sure which is which. But he's fine. He's only impaled or something. I don't know.
He's had worse.
I.
He's had worse. Just but a flesh wound.
Your arm's clean
Just-
off. It's just flesh
Fresh
wound.
food. So we'll call it a draw. As he's sitting there with no legs and no arms.
Okay, I think so everybody's kind of distracted by what just happened over with Tusk. And Jen kind of like glances over and she's like, Crack? And like points it out to him. And I didn't actually plan what I was gonna do. I've got the role playing in my mind.
You are in a bit of a shock. You can pass if you want.
Or. Okay, can I just. I'm going. Let me, I can't really count squares very well. I think seeing that there's somebody in this tower, and seeing that something happened over in the other tower, Jen's gonna cast Wind Wall and basically just do like a 5 foot thick, as long as she can make it, so that maybe if other bolts were to come flying towards them, they would be, I guess, like, off track.
I'm sorry, what kind of wall?
Wind wall, and I will throw it in chat. So I think should we kind of just do it like straight down the center, like in front of Callus, who's probably just standing there confused, and then all of a sudden, like, just like the wind kind of picks up right next to him, and so, God, I'm not good at describing this, but so basically, Jen,
Alright, do you know how to draw a line?
I've never actually done it. I think
Do you have a mouse on what you're using?
I do.
Alright, so if you hold the left and right mouse buttons and then drag it up or whatever direction you want, it will draw an arrow. So if you would draw where you want the wall to be, alright, and so are you doing it in a straight line?
Yeah, she's doing it in a straight line. Sorry, I'm trying to mess with it, and it's not cooperating. I think Tusk and Kithri, she's like, they can hold on their own, but right now there's 3 people over here that she can try to protect. So that's what she's
50 feet long,
doing.
15 feet high, 1 foot thick. Alright, so 50 feet long, 15 feet high, 1 foot thick. You shape the wall any way you want. So you're just doing a straight line right there. So it's basically you're covering the 1 arrow slit in the main door.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's see. Paint. Damn it, son of a mother.
And honestly, I think she's just gonna try to get closer to where Callus is, just to make sure that he knows what's going on too. She's just gonna call out to watch out. And that's my turn.
Width is 0.5. Alright.
Oh my goodness.
Man, with the quality role playing over here, guys.
Doing good.
Alright, well hopefully it looks better than it does on the chat, because it should look like a really cool wind wall. Painting. Let me...
It looks a little bit like you were in like paint, and then you just took the eraser down.
Yeah, well,
I've seen I've seen the wind wall animation before though, and it's very cool.
Sorry, I need to turn off my camera for a minute.
Alright, so that's while that's reloading. What was happening? Alright, so he runs up. The other reason, just as a GM note to everybody who cares, is that by doing it this way, if I click on the monster token, I can see what they see.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Cool.
All right, so Greg, since you're actively looking and you see this wind wall show up, there we go. All right, so if you care, if you completely close the map and bring it back up, the wind wall will be there, as it should be. Control. There we go.
Now I see what you guys mean about your computer struggling with the map.
All right.
Yeah.
And so, so you see this creature, this strange-looking thing. And it shoots these spines, but as soon as they leave they go through this arrow slit towards you. You see whoosh, they're grabbed and wrapped, and he's sort of looking out the wind, looking up, trying to figure out what happened to them.
I mean, there would normally be a small
Right.
updraft from the heat from the magma,
Double.
but not this severe.
Hmm.
And
Oh boy,
that is what you see.
Love that.
All right, so chat, these guys are way in here who don't really know what's going on yet. So we're just gonna skip them. He is the big boss. We're also skipping him. All right, so Tusk, it is your go.
Yep. After just kind of getting, luckily not impaled, but pretty badly grazed by this ballista shot. Tusk will like look to see where it came from, like look towards the top of the tower, see if he can get a read on any enemies possibly coming towards us, or coming toward, or that are, shooting at us. But ultimately knowing that even if he does spot anyone, he won't be able to see, or be able to really attack them from this distance.
So keep in mind you are about 15 feet, 20 feet away from the wall, but it is 30 feet up. So you're looking at a pretty steep angle, and you don't see anything.
Do I see
There's
a
not people
ballista pointed
looking
over the
over the
side?
edge or anything like that. No, not from where you are. You saw where it came
All right.
from, so you saw one of the crenellations, and you saw where it shot out of, but it's back far enough to where you can't really see.
All right. No, I understand. Tusk will just kind of like look to get through, and I guess keep an eye out. I'm gonna go try and get closer, and Tusk will run towards the entrance.
There it
Oh.
is.
And I will
Oh no, that's
dash to get closer. All the way up towards the wind wall. Won't try to cross it yet, but I will get to the wind wall. Hopefully, I realize as I run towards it that there's a wall of wind blocking my path.
The arcane, I would presume the way I read it that the wind wall is visible. I mean, you have that, if nothing else, you see dust and detritus and dirt and things that get caught up in it.
I mean, that's what I'm envisioning. You can probably also hear it.
All right, so as I run up, I see this wall of wind familiar from Gen casting in the past, and well, Tusk gets ready to jump through it on his next turn, but doesn't go through it just yet.
Okay.
Mhm.
Would magic missile go through the wind wall?
That is a good question. Which spell is higher
Give me
level?
an Arcana check. And a percentile.
Definitely not my best
Okay,
Arcana check or percentile.
You're
I'm
not
gonna have-
sure, to your knowledge. You've never seen a magic missile miss, as long as you can see its target. But you've also never tried to fire one through a wind wall, so you're not sure.
Might as well try now. I'll just do a first level magic missile.
And it goes through.
Yay.
Ooh. Yes. Read only? What, you mother?
And then I guess I'll move up with Genesis.
Oops.
Can you guys see the grid enough? Do you want me to turn it up?
I can see it fine.
I can see it fine.
Okay. Um,
I'm gonna try this again.
yeah, I see you keep disconnecting and connecting.
Yeah,
it's-
it keeps freezing on me.
Your camera's still good, so that's the important part.
Yeah.
Everybody can still see your smiling face, so.
Yeah, who cares about the D&D? It's just the company that we have.
The real treasure was the friends we made along the way. No, I want my fucking money.
$5 you borrowed from me.
The real treasure was the money we made along the way.
15, 20, 25, 30. All right, Kithri.
Boy, well, since my meat shield left me and I'm all alone, I do not want to be the only target, so I am going to run down. Oh geez, my phone fell on my arrow piece. Good job, phone.
It turned your cursor to.
To be fair, you're a
Shift.
lot faster than your meat shield.
Actually, I'm faster. I think.
I want to be.
Not if Kithri wants to be. She can go human.
Yeah, she can dash with a bonus action. That is true. I was just thinking base speed.
Ah,
Fine.
okay.
Yeah, no, he's faster than me base speed, but.
Yeah.
And I guess I will use. I keep doing this. It's like I suddenly remembered how useful it is. I will use my action to dodge. Do I see anything interesting, Sven?
I don't think so. Let me move you there.
There's a moat of lava.
Yeah, you might be
A
able
wall
to
of
see
wind.
it just enough through the arrow slit as it's trying to peek its head out and trying to figure out what the heck's going on.
You're like, surely Jen must have placed that wall there for a reason.
Nice wall, I guess. It's a cool tower. Cool magma moat.
Did you want me to roll for it, or do I just see it?
No, I mean, you saw Craig shooting arrows, I mean, magic missiles at it. Um, and you see this wind wall go up, so yeah, you're looking around. Your passive perception's enough to see.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, like I said, I'm using my action to dodge. Oh, we'll just see what goes. K3 can't get through that wind wall very easily.
All right, go ahead and click next when you're ready. So Callus, you're up next. There's a big wall in front of you. Not big. It's a wind wall. Tusk has run up next to you, and a little bit above, in front of you. He's standing above the water, the lava. So you can run up and push him into the lava if you want.
Perfect use of your action.
This is making me angry. 1 week it works perfect, then the next week they don't want to.
I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, unfortunately, there's
I
not a
was
whole
going to
lot you
try
can
to.
do except for maybe the dodge action or radiant action, that type of thing.
Hmm.
Because unless you want to try to run through the wind wall.
That sounds like a good idea to me.
It's
I'll
like
just stand
walking
there,
through a car wash.
like walking through a hurricane.
All right, so you're gonna wait next.
Oh wait,
Okay. Next. He's dead. Stream eyes. Next. Calistas, Lizard. Okay. All right, top of round 2. Genesis, did you still want to maintain concentration as you see 2 people standing there looking at this wind wall?
I mean, like, you guys can walk through it.
Okay, so Calist.
Basically, it seemed effective at not getting spikes thrown at us, so.
she tells me I can walk through. I'm going to walk through it.
Okay, so go ahead and Genesis, go ahead and do the strength saving throw on him.
I forgot about the strength saving throw.
I mean,
It does say when the wall appears, but I getcha.
6.
oof.
All right, and then roll the damage.
Oh no!
All right, so you get through the wall. Good news is you're past the wall. You've taken a little bit of damage. You are now in
How
a
much is a little
hallway.
bit?
12.
Okay.
And you still have 41. And so you
Okay.
see you're as a soldier or a ranger type person, you see you're in this hallway. It's about 50 feet long. You do see there are arrow slits along the hallway. and you have moved
Uh-oh.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. You have moved your 30 feet. Just checking to make sure your movement is 30 feet. I have so many windows. All right.
Sven, you're like a master of stacking the
Here it
windows
is.
in Fantasy Grounds.
Yes, 30 feet. Thank you. Thank you. So, you know, you guys are supposed to be getting a stimulus check soon. If you guys want to pool your money together and buy me like a 40-inch monitor, maybe even a curved one, that'd be nice. Just saying. Help out
I
your
mean, just get a
DM.
TV.
I have a 32-inch monitor, but that's a monitor. It's a TV, and so the graphics are crap, and I can't have a lot of small things, so it doesn't really help. My
Yeah,
monitor
sorry, the
itself
Yeah.
is 17 inches, so
A 1080p like phone screen will look great, but a 1080p
Alright.
like 40-inch screen will look terrible. It's about
exactly.
pixel density.
Yep, exactly. So
yeah.
yeah, that's why I have a 32-inch TV, so it is pixelated, and it's a big difference when I pull it from my 32-inch down to my, I think it's 24-inch monitor. Anyway, I'm just whining. Moving on. You've moved up 35, 30, your 30 feet. So you have your action left, or you can move again if you want. You can take the dodge action, whatever you want to do.
I was going to try to use that new ability of mine. What was it? Tried to look at my character sheet and it freezes.
All right, are you talking
Wait a
about a new
minute.
spell or a new ability?
Yeah, the spell. It was the second level spell.
So you have bind traps and pass without trace. Pass without trace allows you to sort of be sneaky. It basically adds 10 to your stealth roll, is what that does.
That's what.
All right, so you're going to cast pass without trace.
Here, I can do it. It cleared. Let me try.
So click on the little magnifying glass and then
Yep.
click it, and that'll add it to you to yourself. All right, and then you want to yeah, click them both. You want to click actually yeah. So the pass without trace one says parentheses C self. Click that one, and then I'll put the one on everybody else who's within 30 feet of you.
Which would probably just be the.
Ten, 20, 30. Okay. All right. So go ahead. Just to make sure everything is working as it should, go ahead and I'm going to push you a roll.
Okay.
Let me close, open, unselect everybody, calloused, stealth request.
26.
Cool, it worked. So you have a plus 16 to your stealth. So you aren't hiding right now. That was just a test because you moved through the wind. You're sort of leaning up against the wall. You don't think anybody can see you from the arrow slits. And if anybody walks in front of this hallway in the courtyard, they will see you because there's nothing to hide behind. But
Okay.
you would be able to sneak along the hallway past the arrow slits.
That's what I was.
Okay, you come right back. We're gonna hang out for a while. Okay, love you. All right. Oh, sorry, I
I
forgot
guess
to
that's my turn.
mute myself. Yes, sir. That is your turn, Mr. Tusk. So, let me push you a roll. I'm just gonna leave it in the open. Oof. Okay, so you do notice that the armor, as you're wielding your axe, even your breath, your footfalls are very, very silent, and you almost instinctively are more wary. You're not sure exactly what happened, but you did see him casting a spell, and then all of a sudden, all this stuff happens. So you have a pretty good idea that you're a little bit more sneaky. You're not a sneaky person in general, but if you wanted to, you think you could sneak a little bit better than normal.
All right. Well, Tusk, we'll keep that in mind, but I'm not going to like quote unquote stealth. I will try to be a little quieter than normal, so I won't be like yelling as I go forward, but I'm going to start kind of lightly running down the hallway, being just slightly quieter than normal. Jen, I think I'm going to need the strength save as I go through your wind wall.
Yeah, I've been holding it.
All right.
Rolled the same number.
Yeah. However, I was able to more easily push past it.
He's got more experience.
Yeah.
Yeah, Tusk breaks wind a lot. It is definitely difficult terrain, so you can only go 35.
All right. So I'll just adjust that. All right. So I will be one back from that position. Oop. There we go. I will use my stepping
Right.
nail as a bonus action to cast Misstep.
As you passed the arrow slit to the south, it is identified. Okay. Boink. Boink. I'm going to take you to the side just for a second.
All right.
So it looks like it's a sort of disturbing as you sort of do a double take as you catch it outside of your eye. You see it walking up toward the arrow slit. It's got this mask of a child, almost a baby mask, and it looks to be cast in like a gold or a bronze. And it's as it's walking this with this huge muscular body attached to it. It's just very disturbing and very weird looking thing.
Simultaneously, like weirded out, but also fascinated by the make of or metalwork. But all right. Tuss isn't going to say anything, but he will like point towards the arrow slit, like look back to Callist and point towards the arrow slit before turning back around and using his stepping nail to cast Misty Step and go 30 more feet as a bonus action. To get into the next room. I will mark that off. That point, Tusk is just going to kind of hold his action to attack anything that attacks him. Or comes out to come within range. Oh, that is an enemy. I guess I should specify.
Callus catches up and you just whack him.
Just turn around. Slice. Nah.
Alright, so go ahead and click next if you're done.
Yep. You said mentioned
chat,
that
let me see if I can figure out what
room was
this
like a
is.
courtyard or something, or is it just a
Yeah, hold on.
bigger
Just
open room?
hold on a minute.
Right.
Okay. So it's very odd shaped. As you can see, it's open to the sky, and you see that the floor is just covered with scrapes and footprints, all types of things. You even see up against the wall, and there's a broken arrowhead. You see some cuts along the wall. Give me a, let's say, investigation DC 12, history DC 15, if you fail the investigation.
Right. Nah, just failed. And you said to roll history.
15, yeah.
Another straight roll. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tusk
So you're
famously
not
didn't go
sure
to college.
what this is, but you do see all this. Like I said, you see it's heavily trafficked.
Jen went to Bard College.
Yep.
And I would say even you're still riding that 20 perception, so you even see little spots of blood here and there that have dried.
Mhm.
All right, Genesis.
Okay, so Jen's gonna tell, Crack and Kithri, like, once we get onto the bridge, I can take down the, wall. Because she's basically using it for cover so that we don't get, curse bloated. And so, she's going to, shout over at the spined devil. And, this is vicious mockery. What flies faster, your spines or your family leaving you?
Oh no.
How dare he?
Jeez.
So he stops and puts his hand up to his chin for a minute. Probably me spines.
Which means that his family did leave him.
Oh no.
He is a devil. It's in the name.
Sorry,
Alright, so
that's
besides
funny.
your discussion with the rest of the group and your mockery, what else you can do?
Sheep moving over next to the wind wall. And it's not really like ready in action, but like she's ready to like drop concentration once Crack and Kithri get closer. I guess like once they reach the bridge, she will drop the wind wall.
All right, and you turn around and have your uh, instrument out, and as you pose dramatically as the wind whips your hair behind you, whoosh, and you're posing there.
Cape billowing in the
Kithri takes a
wind.
picture.
Oh yeah, you
like
bet she is.
like how Jen looked in the like fever dream that we all shared.
Uh,
All right, if
Good
you're
times,
done,
good times.
click next.
Alrighty. So the wind wall is gone now, right?
It is still there, and she will drop it once y'all get, like, once you reach the bridge. Yeah.
All right, and Genesis, same thing. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check. DC 13. History check, also 13.
Ouch. Oh yeah, only the one that I have +3 on.
All right, so as you're stepping up, and you watched Tusk as he moved forward. You see Kithri cross on this almost invisible, or this almost visible line, and you also stepped in there, and all your gear, especially you with your clanking armor and your moving musical instruments and things.
Clank, 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 clank.
As you
clank,
step across this line, it's all subdued and muted, and you're pretty sure that you're within a pass without trace type thing. It's not silence because you can still hear, but you're pretty sure it might be pass without trace. And you look at Callus, realizing he's ranger, remembering that rangers can do that. So let me give the both to you. To both of you.
If my character was less smart, I'd just be like, ah, yes. She thinks that the wind is covering up the sound she's making. And I'm deleting the concentration on Windwall that I have because Kithri has reached the bridge. God, I'm gonna feel so bad if this Vine Devil goes before crack. And I failed to give him disadvantage by insulting his family.
All right, so Kithri, as you move up, the wind drops.
Okay, so I'm really sorry, but I wasn't paying attention. How far have I moved so far?
25 feet.
Thank you.
You have ready
Alright.
axe. Is that supposed to be there? In your oh, that's Tusk. What the hell am I talking about? Never mind. Ignore me.
I mean, if Kithri's got an axe, we should run.
We'll kneecap you all.
She'll chop off all of our ankles. Or inconvenience us by cutting off our pinky toes so we can't balance anymore.
Okay. Well. Okay. Well. I should have decided what I was gonna do before, but I didn't. So I think I will run up to where Tusk is. Use my very useful meat shield, and I can steal kill from him.
All right, so you're using the rest of your movement, and then action dash, or
Wait a second.
bonus action.
Bonus action dash. I can move 45. Jeez. This push attack is on an inconvenient button too. It does something as well.
Welcome to my world. I've changed my push to talk like 400 times.
And then you forget which
Okay.
one it is, so you remap it, and then you realize you liked the old one better, and yada yada yada.
Okay, so I think she will pull out her sling as a readied action
All right, so first of all,
to.
that is 45. Okay. Give me a perception check, please. In a tower.
Okay.
All right, so you see movement in the first arrow slit, but the angle is wrong. You can't really see a whole lot. It looks like some sort of axe on a pole axe type thing. And give me a percentile.
I'm
I'm gonna
sorry, can
say,
you repeat that for me?
give me a percentile, please.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
I'm gonna say there's a 50% chance that she's below.
I keep thinking there's someone else in
Oh
our
yes,
house.
plenty.
It's
I'm sorry. That's creepy.
Oh,
All right.
no,
Sven's
I
fault.
said that weird. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's all my
Mhm.
fault since I mentioned the creepiness to Bobby. All right,
Yeah.
so you're able to sort of sidle up against the wall. If you want to sort of peek up and look through the arrow slit, you can. Otherwise, you are able to not be seen from this arrow slit that you're standing against, but you also cannot see in there. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now you've moved. What would you say? That was just your move and your bonus, correct? So you still have your action. You
Mm-hmm.
said you're gonna ready something.
Yeah, I was gonna ready my action to use my sling against something that attacked Tusk.
Okay,
Whoa.
I'm gonna push next actor. He is there. All right, so what do they have? Let's take a look and see. Magical darkness, okay. Okay. 2 halberd attacks, okay. Wow, that's nice. Heavy crossbow, okay. So 5, 10, go through the door. 15, 20, 25. Make sure I know what their movement is. 30. 30. All right, and Tusk, what was your ready action?
I was a ready. I readied my great axe to attack if anything was coming at me.
Okay.
You specified an enemy.
Yes, I did specify an enemy was coming near me.
All right, so this crossbow bolt comes from the southeast, slams against the wall. Kithri, you see this crossbow bolt hit, sort of ricochet off the wall, come back towards you, it slides across the floor.
Oh boy.
The hell is that? Another fiend is hit. Nice. Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Okay. What is your passive perception, Kithri?
A 15.
All right, so you hear something in the arrow slit above you.
Okay. Okay.
Oh,
Alright.
sorry, that's just what Dad sounds like when he forgets to mute his mic.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Kreck.
Do I shoot this guy again, or do I move? Just move? I might as well shoot him again with some magic missiles. Oh wait, Genesis did say she was dropping the barrier, but it'd probably be pretty hard to hit him because that's kind of the purpose of arrow slits.
Correct. The wind wall is gone. It shouldn't be on your maps either. So
It is gone. Yeah, I'll just shoot him again.
or
Why
is
is the
it?
wind wall back?
Just harassing you guys. Okay, go.
Mhm.
See if you pass your perception check. All right, and don't forget. Um, I don't know if any of you are following the local or the most recent magic missile argument. I believe I mentioned it last week, but I'll mention it again. You now have a choice. Rules as written. You roll the damage once, and it applies to all the missiles you shoot. The way we've been playing it, and the way most people play it, have been playing it, is that you roll for each individual missile. So it is your choice before you roll the first damage what you want to do. All right, so you blast this thing with several force bolts as it goes flying, gets hit, and then you run up, and it's now very warm where you are. You also see Genesis, who was standing very dramatic, cooled by the air-conditioned wall, is now starting to sweat as her hair starts to lose some of its poofiness. I'm going to give him one more week with that one.
Who knew that standing above a river of magma would be so humid?
Honestly,
Spraying the
with
devil.
curly hair though, it doesn't get less poofy, it gets more poofy.
It gets so poofy when it's humid.
No, this is very dry, very hot and dry. It's sucking the humidity out of the air. It's also very fumes, has a lot of fumes in the air. All right, he's ready in action. All right, so I am not just wasting time. Things are happening behind the scenes.
It's okay, take your time to do what you need. Going to move 10, 20, 30. 10, 20, 30. Oh, shoot, you can't see him. There we go. All right, so top of round 3, we will go ahead and stop here, sadly, just as things get interesting. Let's see, Kithri. Yes, you can see it. So Kithri, you see, since you've been watching for something to attack Tusk, you see this to the southeast.
It's so far away. What is that?
I'm going to pull you aside for a second.
Mhm.
It is very creepy. It has a mask, some sort of metal mask of a baby or a child, and it's connected to this very muscular male body, and it has this big pole arm as it moves up. And then you recognize the axe as that was something that's what you saw at the top of the halberd that was in the other room. All right, so hey, thank you guys for playing with me. I enjoyed it. We will be back here next week.
And thank you for DMing, Sven.
So thank you guys. If
Logan,
you
I
want to see
gotta
where
go
we are,
shopping again.
go to
Looks like he
Svenster
wants to make shopping after
77.
D&D a habit, so we'll see you guys later.
Spencer 77 in Yahoo and watch it. Like, subscribe, whatever else you do. Enjoy the rest of your day.